Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day and I hope your stock portfolios are doing well. Today we're going to talk about a stock called Alussa Energy Acquisition Corp, stock ticker symbol ALUS. This is a SPAC that is set to merge with a Norwegian battery company called FREYR. And this company, they are currently a very early stage company. They are developing batteries with a greener and more efficient process than other companies currently. They are one of the main battery companies in Europe, and if they do everything right, well then they could easily 10 to 20x over the next couple of years, and I think you're really going to want to stick around because we're going to do a full breakdown on the company, on the merger, and where I see the stock price going in the future. So if you enjoy this sort of content and you find it helpful, well then make sure to like the video down below, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notifications so you can be notified every time I post a new video, and comment down below your thoughts on Alussa Energy Acquisition Corp and their merger with FREYR. For those of you who are new here, my name is Michael. I'm an investor and entrepreneur. Last year, our public investing account on Patreon, which is currently sitting around $745,000, was up over 100% for 2020. This year, our goal is to get that account to $1 million, and we're well on our way to doing so. This year, we're already up over 30%, and we're very likely going to hit that goal. So, if you like to see what stocks I'm investing in real time, when I buy stocks, when I sell stocks, if you want exclusive content that I don't share on YouTube, and if you want complete access to the portfolio with these investments, well then make sure to join our group using the link down below. We have a limited number of spots left, and we have a great time over there talking about stocks and investments that I don't talk about on YouTube. But anyways, let's talk about FREYR and their merger with a SPAC called Alussa Energy Acquisition Corp, stock ticker symbol ALUS. So FREYR is a Norwegian battery company, and they are a developer of clean battery cells and plans to build the next gen giga capacity facility in Europe. We've spoken about this stock a couple of times on my channel in the past, but we have a couple of new updates and very important information on the potential that this stock has, because a lot of people don't realize how big this company could be. It is a high-risk stock, don't get me wrong, but it is an extremely high-reward one as well. So currently their target is to produce battery cells at 43 gigawatt-hour capacity by 2025, and that would make FREYR likely one of the largest battery cell producers in all of Europe if they deliver on all of those goals like they said. Currently, with the SPAC and at the price that they are right now, the valuation of this company is around $2 billion post-merger. So that is a pretty low valuation if they're able to deliver on all of their goals. Right now, though, you have to keep in mind that they don't have any batteries that they're selling yet. They don't generate revenue. They are still building facilities, generating partnerships, and building everything up. They're a very early stage company. So the probability of FREYR actually achieving their goal is, it's fairly high, especially with everything going on with the battery and electric vehicle and green energy space right now. Even if FREYR falls behind on tech, they fail to execute, or they might not be able to compete at performance or cost compared to companies in Asia or America, they still have a very high chance of succeeding because they are one of the only battery developers in Europe. And if you ask me, I think there's definitely going to be a major player in the battery space in Europe as well. Right now we have companies in Asia and America that develop batteries, but I think we're bound to see a major player come out of Europe as well, and I think FREYR just could be that company. And why is that? Well, right now, FREYR has a lot of advantages versus other companies because they're in Norway, and Norway itself presents a huge advantage. So one reason is Norway has the highest EV penetration in all of Europe. And I know a lot of you think that, well, Norway is a small country, it doesn't really matter. And you're right, Norway is a small country, and they're not going to be able to generate massive amounts of revenue from just Norway alone. But the key is that their facilities and factories and all of their manufacturing processes are going to be in Norway. And with Norway offers some of the lowest costs of electricity in Europe, so it's going to be cheaper to actually make these batteries. and any European regulations that are implemented that favor clean power, clean energy, favor factories in Norway first, and they favor what's going on in Norway even more so than other places in the world. The second advantage that FREYR has by being located in Norway is material resources. The country is rich with exactly the kinds of resources that go into making lithium-ion batteries, which no matter where you're located, no matter where the company's located, they need to have these certain materials. Graphite and cobalt deposits are very abundant in Norway, and other raw materials that they need aren't located too far away. They're in Europe, and it's going to be very easy for them to get all the materials they need. A lot of them are already in Norway, and that's an advantage, but the other access to other materials is fairly easy as well. So that's the second thing. And the logistics of it is the third reason why being in Norway is key for a battery developer, and not why I think FREYR could be the leading European company for battery manufacturing. And with the logistics, their target markets for the battery cells are energy storage systems, automotive, and other mobility and commercial applications. They're not just focused on electric cars, they're focused on a number of industries, and they have an advantage because they are close in terms of transportation. Battery cells at large capacity happen to be very important, like very big, very hefty things to transport, and the cost to ship these items halfway across the world add up quickly. So if you're talking about from Asia to US, Asia to Europe, it gets very expensive to ship these items. But with the European market being a massive market that FREYR could tap into, they're already located very close to it, and shipping costs are not going to be so expensive to get these batteries over there in comparison to other businesses. You have to remember, though, that Alussa Energy and their merger with FREYR is a high-risk, high-reward play. If I look at it myself, I am invested. I have about 10,000 shares in it. It's not a large position overall in all my accounts, but theoretically, if you think about it, the largest European battery manufacturer is bound to be between $30 to $40 billion business, especially with the growing EV demand in Europe, across the world, and with FREYR focusing on producing these batteries in a greener, more efficient way, I think it is very reasonable to think that the largest battery manufacturer in Europe will be worth between $30 billion and $40 billion. We don't know if it's going to be FREYR, but it's a very good possibility because of all these advantages they have in Europe. And if you think about it, this is a long-term play. This is not a stock that you can worry about right now. This is a long-term play. But if you just think about EVs, energy storage, battery production in Europe, and what that will be worth in the next 10 years, I would bet money that there is definitely going to be a company in Europe that will be a $30 to $40 billion company in the battery manufacturing space, because as things go more electric, they're going to need these batteries. And FREYR being only at $2 billion right now, long term, this is a very high reward play if you're willing to take the risk. Right now, one other thing to keep in mind with FREYR is you have to understand that battery costs keep declining, and businesses and companies that are already manufacturing batteries, they're going to be able to take advantage more of these cost advantages because they already have high capacity and they have the benefit of economies of scale. They're able to produce just a lot more batteries. They're already doing it, so it's going to be cheaper over time for them. But even if FREYR isn't the most competitive or the cheapest in terms of pricing for their batteries, they have those advantages for shipping, which will help. They have the advantages with Norway, which will also help with their costs. They have a lot of advantages for their costs being a lot lower, but even if they can't get the batteries priced as low as their competitors in Asia and America, the demand is exploding all across the world for EVs, and so even if they aren't the cheapest, there's still going to be a massive demand for a European battery company because of all of these shipping costs, and because FREYR, if a company is looking for a specific like green energy or zero carbon emission battery producer, that is FREYR. Other companies burn fossil fuels, rely on oil, gas, coal to make their batteries. FREYR is not going to do any of that. They are a green play in the battery space. So for all those reasons, I think FREYR is a great long-term investment. If everything goes right, they're able to deliver on the numbers and what they say they're trying to do. if they're able to deliver on all of that, I see them being a $30 to $40 billion company over the next 10 years. And that is if they come out on top in the European space. So this is a high risk, high reward play. But let me know your thoughts on Alussa Energy Acquisition Corp, stock ticker symbol ALUS, and their merger with FREYR. I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about it and if you're invested in it personally. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to get your 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600, when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.